Ooh, that's a jazzy
Nice.
come back. Welcome back to Persona 2 Innocent Sin.
We're back.
So basically, the gist of why we took this break was simply entirely my fault. It was about 2-3 weeks ago. I was supposed to give Johnny the raws for the third batch of sessions I did, so that we can get to editing them. And I forgot to actually transfer them onto the fucking data drive.
You literally put them
I
from
put them in a
one
folder
into another folder in your computer.
I forgot to.
Without actually putting it in my hard drive.
Whoopsie! Check it out. Ta-da!
Yeah.
He's gonna throw up. Like,
What do you think?
I think Akichi just punched him in the stomach.
That's some nice Persona files right there, right? Yeah, it's really nice. You gonna give them to me? Have a good night, John.
I don't know, man. I like them.
Why? They're mine.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's my hard work that you're editing.
So we're starting.
We begin this by going to Sumeru TV and checking out the rumor for Kudan. Kudan is basically another rumor demon we have to find in the 5th area of the factory. Yeah, all we're doing is just factory fuckery. This is no edit junk up, by the way, folks. I popped right in here, and here's Kudan.
Yeah.
Now, there's a thing with Kudan you should know, is that he's got an asshole attack called Prophecy. What you're going to want to do is get a whole bunch of Persona that are freshly made, like literally straight out from the Velvet Room if possible, and take them on. Because if he hits you with Prophecy, all of your Persona's ranks go right back to 1, and you lose all Persona ranks and mutations, and they don't come back after the battle.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it's a real jerk-off attack, but he dies right after doing it. That's why you're pretty much coerced to go in there and fight him. He's kind of one of those sucker punch things where you get hit by it, you're like, fuck you, reload, and then you do it right.
Yeah, seriously, like, I immediately reset if I got hit with something like that.
Yeah, it's a real jerk-off attack.
Yeah.
Believe you me, like I said, that's one of those one-time sucker punch sort of things. You only got to get hit with once. Fortunately, he's weak to all physical attacks. But he resists magic.
Is it worth the reward, though?
No, it's not.
So
Not in this one, anyway. Eternal
Okay.
Punishment, it's a fucking jackpot. But in this game, you get jack and shit.
That sucks.
Anyway, since all my Persona are bare naked, I'm not going to lose shit. And he dies. The trophy you get for this Kudan's head, you can take it all the way back to the Sumeru TV station and learn that it was actually just like a little joke they played on each other, and you get jack and shit. Yeah, I know. It's sort of like you work hard. It's like going to work, seeing a box of donuts, opening up the box of donuts, and you get the fucking finger gesture. Like, God damn it!
Well, no, it's open a box of donuts. Oh, a pink slip. I wonder what this means.
I'm getting promoted. I guess I just ran out of paper.
Yeah, yeah. They have to put everything on pink ledger.
These are the notes of the factory we're going to be looking for. I know I'm reading it now just for the hell of it, but ultimately, in the later part, I'm going to have to go back through the factory and reread all those notes from each of the areas so I can unlock the dungeon proper. Here's where I start pretty much schmutzing it up with demons. Oh, this is an encounter rare thing here. If you have a right persona with a right against a certain demon, you'll usually initiate something called a persona talk. This usually has based on mythology, not all the time though, but in this one case here, if you have Hades equipped on Michelle and you end up getting initiated into a talk by Demeter, you'll actually just piss them both off. I love the little bits like that.
So because they had that conversation, is that why she has that status effect?
Yeah,
on
that's
her right
Berserk.
now? That's Berserk. Okay.
So does Ikichi.
Oh, because he feels what the persona feels.
Yeah, well, the persona is nothing more than a facet of your other stuff.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, Ikichi just let his emotions get the better of him. I'm like messing around with all the ultimates right now just to like rank them up a little bit in the meantime also. The thing about the ultimates, which I don't ultimately like, is that they're fucking expensive. I mean, if you look at the SP cost, we got to pay out like 50 or 60 some SP. Mind you, our top SP pool right now is like 300.
Yeah.
So ultimately, we're gouging ourselves out of so much fucking SP. It's disgusting. You're going to want to start carrying around a lot of SP regenerating items in this case.
Yeah, just for the sake of using a couple of them.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, is that they are all immensely powerful for the most part. The sole exception I don't fully commit myself to using is Artemis, but Artemis is good for defensive purposes because she reflects all magic, but she's weak against all physicals. However, you don't really fear physical attacks all that much in this game. The sole exception here being Hermes, which is June's initial persona at level 44. Hermes will eventually mutate into Kronos, which is his ultimate. And I gotta tell you, man, in one dungeon, Kronos ends up being a fucking team player because he just like gets three 2-rank mutations as soon as he hits rank 2. It's fucking glorious.
All right, so the abandoned factory, as we discussed earlier in the playthrough, is can be compared to like the Vel from Final Fantasy VI, where you can fight previous encounters here.
And like the Vel, there's a little bit of a story thing here too, but that's like near the.
Yeah.
I do that before I come to the game. By the way, there's that closet for the Erder burner, which I could not which I actually ran throughout the entire fucking factory looking for. Could not find it, and it was right there at the start of there. And I was like, "Fuck me."
I'll do it tomorrow. Oh.
I also took the liberty of making up a bunch of new persona. I made up Kerberos for Ginkgo, and I think I gave it a Samakaja card. I made up what else did I make up? I made Hunab Ku, which is a good Earth persona, and I gave that to I think Ikichi. I also made Arthur, which is a mutated sword persona. I mutated I think Neja for it, and I gave that to either Ikichi or Katsuya. Arthur is a little bit of a slow burner, but he's well worth it. Now, these are the 4 temples that have manifested from the Grand Cross, sort of, but not Grand Cross, from the Xibalba rising up. Now, the thing about the temples is 2 things. With the sole exception of the mask monsters here, every monster you'll fight in each of the 4 temples is the same. So ultimately, what I asked Johnny to do is to show off any random encounters I get in here, or any unique formations, so he could just like bypass all the others, because you see them here, you see them in the others.
Yeah.
The other gimmick is that the temple layouts themselves apparently change minimally based upon which temple you do first. So, but they're all ultimately not that hard to figure out your way around.
But it's kind of like in that regard, it's kind of like a Mega Man X approach, where what you do in this temple slightly alters the other one.
Slightly, but not a whole fucking lot.
Not a whole fucking lot. But I wanted to ask you about that, because you have 4 temples that are thematically similar, but they share the exact same encounters, and so it's basically 4 dungeons with the exact same encounters. Like, how do you feel about that sort of thing? Do you feel?
Don't kill me, none.
Because I would think it wouldn't hurt if you went for a little more variation, because even in, I know this is kind of an off comparison because they're different genres. Mega Man lets you go through any stage in order you want, but it's not like you always fight Tools or bats in every single stage. They always have their unique class of enemies and shit like that.
No, they don't. But like I said, this is one of those things Eternal Punishment doesn't do in the sequel.
Yeah.
But as a result, I think like it just makes it a little more fresher. But at the exact same time, the temples are also usually short.
Yeah. If
you know where the hell you're going for each of them. So as far as I personally consider it, I just consider them all one huge level.
Yeah. Well, and like Matt said, the only real difference between encounters is just the color of the cloaks you guys fight.
There's that. There's also, as I said before, because it's sort of like the whole. It wouldn't be the best example I could think of, but remember how in Gen 2, you could go off and face Chuck and Jasmine, or you could go to the right and face off of Price?
Yes.
And the levels would accommodate for that? That's kind of the methodology that went into this. To accommodate for the idea of the players going to any temple at their choosing, they kept all the demons and encounters roughly the same. This way, your character's not overpowered in case they go into the wrong fucking dungeon. I also managed...
Yeah, you're not overwhelmed.
Yeah. I also chose to initiate a conversation with the Anko here. This is the French god of death, one of the French gods of death, I believe. Basically, there's a story among the Anko. It's basically one day there was a group of guys in the forest. They stumbled across a woman in a red dress with a top hat, but they never saw her face. And they broke her wagon. 2 of them, yeah, her little red wagon, comical. But 2 of them, two of the 3 guys laughed about it, joked about it, and ran off about their way. The 3rd guy felt bad and at least tried to fix the wagon. As a result, the next morning, the 2 guys who laughed at her died. Were found dead the next morning, and the 3rd guy just had his hair grayed. And as for this conversation goes here, Lisa just managed to dress June up like a girl. Believe it or not, one of June's best abilities is cross-dressing. He doesn't fully cross-dress in the game.
It doesn't really full cross if he's wearing makeup.
Yeah, and Lisa feels really bad about it because he looks so much better than her. It's disgusting.
Yeah, Lisa's done with this session, and he's Joker again.
Right? And then he just has like a huge breakdown.
Yeah.
By the by, we're probably going to see it in a few other scenes here, but June has a fucking breakdown of the gods. Like, holy shit. But, oh yeah, and that's going to be June's entire character arc from at the last 6 of the game here. Spoiler alert. June went to Attica for summer camp, so to speak. If you remember how Jay Sherman ended up going to Attica in the Critic, that's pretty much what June's life is like. And it's going to go all the way downhill from here. I mean, seriously, in terms of anime comparisons, I haven't seen anybody get such a bad run of luck since Yuya Sakaki. I just want to make people smile with card games. Why do people want to kick me in the teeth?
With the teeth.
repeatedly with a steel-toe boot on fire that was stepped in dog shit. Yeah, long
Not
story short, it
necessarily in
is.
that order.
Oh no, it's in that order sequentially. So basically, yeah, June does not have an easy going at it, and I'm still fucking underselling it.
Well, they probably wanted to use it as a reason of why he would even bother with the whole Joker thing in the first place.
Oh, Joker. Oh, no. It's just
by all means.
it goes in the end-game spoiler territory, but let's just say that the universe really had it out for June.
Okay.
In fact, the universe has it out for all 5 of us. And that's another persona I made, too, Mananin. Mananan's a good water persona to have at this stage in the game, too. I also gave him to Maya to help boost up her dexterity, which admittedly, I kind of wish I did something a little different with, because I could have made up another dexterity boosting persona for Lisa, but at the time I wasn't thinking of making a judgment persona, and it didn't really mesh with my overall synergy. I also made another persona too, and that's the other persona I made offhand. It was the Emperor persona. I think I'm tempted to say Indra. I might be off, but I used him as the mutation into Arthur. My bad. But he was a pretty good persona while I had him. Lightning, wind, sword, all sorts of good shit. And I just pissed off Ashman.
That's the person with the ghost that comes out of the vag, right?
Yeah. No, the Grim Reaper.
Oh, Grim Reaper, I'm sorry.
And now it's a heart. That's
We'll
adorable.
be able to solve it.
Maybe.
She makes you play 3-card Monty.
He has me play 3-card Monty.
Which is the right card.
Son of a
Hey
bitch.
now.
Which leads you in the conundrum. Do you solve 3-card Monty and make her angry, or do you lose on purpose and make her happy because you just got $20?
Fuck. I just learned my first rumor skill from here, Hyper Zyanga from the Onko monster, as well as the Onko persona. I got all of it.
What was
See,
that? No, I was like,
yeah, I got something.
got
on
fish
my
in
fucking
the
else.
burrito.
Gamer fuel. So ultimately, as Arthur's still a little underleveled, he at least has Hurricane, so he can contribute his wind magic. But ultimately, he's ultimately swords. Chop.
Poor guy, he's all over there by himself.
Well, there's that. There's also the Katoba Pass trying to sniff my shoes.
Yeah.
And this is Bane Splash. There's a weird quirk with some of the fusion magics in the game. I think it's honestly an innocent bug or an innocent sin.
Yes. No, I thought the innocent bug was the pun. Anyway, what was it?
For some reason, Tidal Wave, which is the strongest of the water spells in this game, don't fucking work. Like, just
shit,
straight
we
up, oops.
You got Final Fantasy 1 in this bitch. Holy shit.
Yeah.
I can't wait to use Temper. What do you mean it doesn't work? Alright, I'll just use Bane. Doesn't work either.
We need you to rub out. Okay.
Yeah. I guess I'll just rub one out.
Damn it, we need the warrior. We
Shit.
need our healer. Why is he tired?
Are you a warrior of light or a warrior of yank?
Can I be both?
Okay.
That's just doubling my delights. Tunk. I'm just butchering him with wind because I know the Barbados is weak to it.
Can't hear you, Yukiji.
You already killed me, Ikiji.
Yeah.
And I got a wavelength card. Sweet. I think if my memory serves, that's either Zan Ma or Zan Dine, which is helpful as hell for fusions if you need an emergency almighty spell. Meanwhile, I just somehow ran in place. Now the Taurus Temple literally set me in a fucking loop because there's something about the rooms that they don't easily tell you, which I'll try to show off a little bit later.
Yeah. At one point we will cut.
Yeah, I asked Johnny to do that because at some point I was like, yeah, I got lost.
What am I doing?
I put it in my notes. I got lost. Just jump cut to when I
But
fucking
that's the
get there.
joy of post commentaries. You just passed all that shit
I take good notes.
with none of the awkwardness.
Yeah, I take good notes too. These are the kind of rooms
You
here.
take
that really
good notes in the middle of the recording session.
Yeah.
Because there are times where I got to cut past the conversation because Matt won't hit the X button.
Yeah, that was me. That was me doing a shithead moment.
That's fine.
Anyway, the thing about the relief halls, and it's something that set me in a loop. There are 2 doors in each of them. Apparently, they don't. It's not an easy tell which way exactly you're facing toward the next room or not. So as a result, I keep getting myself thrown into loops. And as a consequence, I keep going the wrong fucking way. Real Taurus masks. I don't know what makes them any more real than the other 3.
You get them off Etsy and not eBay.
What's up?
They get it off Etsy and not eBay.
Ah, so they don't gotta worry about buyer beware.
Yeah. Maybe.
Oh, totally. eBay's like buyer beware out the asshole.
Actual bed sheets.
Omar's bedspreads.
Yeah. Glory to the bed.
I think I just cast a frail even though they're strong to it because I was an idiot. So now I switch over and try for something different. And then I just give up and just honk him in the head.
What if we punch him?
Really fucking hard. I'd like that. So at that point I got frustrated. I was like, fuck it, hit him.
Yeah.
You have a sword? Doink, doink, doink.
Oh, Christ. You're all dead anyway. Just go away.
I think I also did the gambling off screen. So I have the material card for Bishamontan, which is a really nice Justice persona I want to at least make up until by some point before the end game.
I noticed in between sessions, one of the rumors that's been highlighted for the longest time that you've deliberately ignored is that there's a casino.
Yeah, there's a Moo casino. The casino at Moo is basically you spread one of those 3 rumors and you improve your chances at winning. In my case, I picked the slots. Whenever you spread the slot, after you spread the rumor about the casino, you go about the town and you look for an NPC that tells you which machine. You have to do it within that time frame too.
Yeah.
You find one of the NPCs before you spread any other rumor, and some of them will tell you which machine gives you the better payout. That's the machine you play, and that's the one you focus on. Mind you, my luck is worse in Innocent Sin than it is in Eternal Punishment.
It works less than June.
Right? Jealousy, yeah. This is basically here where we learn about the Tauruses, because June's a horoscope reader, and Lisa does not like that the horoscopes pander to a T.
Intense love.
I love June's voice actor though. Like, it's like when I get the feeling like the voice actor took a look at June's artwork, like the artwork for the character, and painted a voice to fit that, and I think it fits quite well. And here we have the mural. This mural is the same in each of the temples. Basically, it's basically a really nice elaborate Pokemon poem. Earth beats wind, but loses to water. Water beats earth, loses to fire. Water loses to something, beats fire. A, B, C.
Water loses to lightning?
Something like that. Well, there's no lightning.
Yeah, whatever.
Exactly. Where's my coffee?
Yeah.
I was like, fuck, wait, did I take the wrong turn? Little do I know there's a door on the other side of that I'm not fucking seeing.
That's why you gotta constantly turn the dungeon area around with the. Is it the triggers that you use?
Yeah, the L and R buttons.
Yeah.
When I'm on that screen.
What are miracle eggs?
Miracle eggs are basically they restore your SP by 400.
Okay, so like max ethers.
Yeah. Although I hate to imagine if they are Fabergé eggs we're eating.
Yeah. Just tastes like rich.
I'm gonna eat the rich. Yeah. I decided offhand too while I was offhand grinding to try to improve my weaponry and armor to absolutely no success.
Oh, sorry, this is your box.
It's a dick in a box.
Mara.
Oh fuck. Hey, it's a server. It's a Kerberos.
Just a regular one. Just
Yeah.
all biomes loadsome.
Yeah, the Megami Tensei variation of the Hellhound is like this instead of the 3-headed dog, unless you get a Koromaru from a Persona 3.
Well, there are some instances where a Cerberus doesn't even have 3 heads; it just has 1.
Right, and this is
2
one
at
of them
most.
with the rat tail.
Yeah, with the
2-headed would be Orthros, which is a Herculean legend.
Orthros?
Yeah, Orthros is a 2-headed dog in one of Hercules' 12 labors.
Okay. Oh wait, why the hell was Ultros called that? Then it's 6. He's an octopus.
Probably because fuck.
Well, okay, I should stress that was Ultros' original translated name was
Yeah.
Orthros. It was mistranslated to Ultros, but people like that name so much that they stuck with it.
Then you have a hard time telling me that the perverted octopus has any sort of thing in common with a 2-headed guardian dog.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it joins up with Typhon and
Sweet.
There's
Julian sense.
2 people there.
No, there's 2 heads of Mr. Typhon.
Yeah, one this had one.
By the way, I had the absolute slowest fucking burn in my life in the when I was playing Final Fantasy VII about 4 years ago.
What?
Typhon was the same fucking summon in the Temple of the Ancients. I was like, oh shit, wait, that's that 6 monster. Oops.
Well, to be fair, you played 7 before you played 6. So.
Yeah, I know, but at the same time, it was like I did have some 6 knowledge in me beforehand with that game, and I saw that I was like, oh, wait a minute. Oops.
Oh, Barrett's black.
No, you can't misplace that.
Oh my God.
I can't wait for the 7 commentary. When are you doing that? Are you doing a remake?
So, well, yeah, I'll do the remake in about 20 years.
Well, shit. It looks like time ran out for us today.
Yeah.
Tune in next week when we choose to actually finish the Taurus Temple. See you then.